Hi, my name's Emily. Thanks for joining me on the mat today. I've designed a practice for us today that's really based around the sun salutations, but introducing different spinal movements. So we're thinking side bending, twisting, back bending, forward bending, and then also incorporating a bit of a spiral movement to really move the spine through its full range of motion. So jump up, meet me at the top of your mat, and we'll get started. All right. So reach the hands up towards the ceiling. And then bring left hand down, right hand reaches over all the way, and then fall down, forward fold, let the head be heavy. Roll back up to standing, reach both hands up. Right hand drops down, and then left hand reaches up and over, create a side bend through the body, and then come all the way down. Lift up on fingertips, take a breath in, and then exhale. Take either elbow into the opposite hand, and then just hanging here, letting the head be heavy, bending through the knees as much as you need, and perhaps you start to sway side to side. And then coming back to center, hands to the mat, step back to plank pose. All right, so bring right knee out to the side, kind of like as if you were Spider-Man climbing up a building, and then try and bring right knee towards right shoulder. Bring the right foot back down, switch it over, left knee out to the side, imagine you're climbing a tall building, and then bring it up towards left shoulder. One more each side, right knee to right shoulder, and then left knee to left shoulder. Excellent. Lower down, knees up or down, your choice, all the way to the mat. Excellent. And then bring fingertips into your temples, squeeze the buttocks to really anchor the pelvis into the mat, and then lift the chest up off the floor. From here, we're going to add on the side bend by bringing right elbow towards right hip. Back through center, left elbow to left hip. Once more each side, right elbow to right hip. Left elbow to left hip. Come back through center, hands to the mat, lift up, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Come up high on the balls of your feet, and then swivel the toes to point towards the right, bend through the knees. See if you can tune in and notice the big side stretch to the right side of your ribcage. Come through center, lift high with the heels, and then swivel the toes to point towards the left. Bend through the knees. Now we're finding that big, long side body stretch on the left. And then come back through to center, downward facing dog. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Take a lift as you arrive, and forward fold. Roll up to standing, head comes up last, then add on with the arms reaching up. Gaze might look towards the thumbs, and release the hands down by your sides. This time, twist towards the right as you take the hands out and up, and then roll down over the right side of your body, hands to the mat. Walk yourself back to center. Rolling up, reaching up, release the arms. Twist towards the left, reach out and up, and roll down the left side of your body. Walk the hands back into center. Lift up on fingertips. Take left hand underneath your face, right hand towards the ceiling. Maybe you straighten to the right leg. Bring the right hand down, switch it over, left hand to the ceiling, straighten through the left leg. Bring the left hand down. Bring the hands back onto the mat. Step your feet back into plank pose. This time, bring right knee towards left armpit. And then bring it back. Left knee to right armpit. And bring it back. Once more each side, right knee to left armpit. left knee to right armpit. Excellent. Then lowering down, knees up or down, your choice. Reach both your hands towards the front of the room. And then take your right hand out to the right. So as if you're creating like an L shape through the arms. Squeeze the buttocks to anchor the hips. Lift the chest, the arms. And then let's see if we can lift the right arm even more to the side. Bring it down. Right hand reaches forward, left hand reaches to the left. And then twist to open. Once more each side, left hand forward, right hand to the side, lift up. And down. Right hand forward, left hand to the side, lift. Both hands forward, bring them back by your ribs, and then lift up. Downward facing dog. Shuffle your feet in, maybe 1 or 2 small steps, and then widen your feet as wide as your mat. Take the right hand to the outside seam of your left leg, and then start to trace it down, finding a twist by looking underneath your left arm. Release the right hand back to the mat. Let's do it on the other side. Left hand to the outside seam of your right leg. Trace it down as much as comfortable for you, and then create the twist by looking underneath your right arm. Bring it back to center. Come back into your normal downward facing dog. Bring the feet a little closer together. Lengthen the stance. And then step or hop to the top of the mat. Lift the chest. And lower. Roll up to standing. Reach up with the hands. And release. Now we're moving on to back bending. Take the hands out and up, this time creating a big back bend. Squeeze through the buttocks to support the spine. And then roll down all the way, hands to the mat. Lift through the chest. And forward fold. Step the feet to the back of the mat. For this one, you can do knees up or down. Wherever you are, bend through the right knee, so either knees down or knee up. And try and touch right toes to the top of your head. Bring right knee into the chest, curl it in. Right toes to the top of your head. And bring it in. Come back into plank pose. This time, left toes lift. So right knee can be up or down. Toes towards the top of your head. And then bring the left knee into your chest. Reach it up. And then bring it in. Excellent. Lower down. Reach your hands back beside your hips. Have the palms facing down. Squeeze the buttocks. Lift the chest, the hands, and the feet. And release. We'll do one more repetition. Squeeze the buttocks, anchor the pelvis. Lift the chest, hands, and feet. And release. Place the hands beside your ribs, lifting up. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Bring both knees down, untuck the toes. Walk the hands a little more forward, and then see if we can find Anahatasana, heart opening pose or heart melting pose, and bring the chest down towards the mat. So you might aim the forehead onto the mat, perhaps the chin onto the mat, maybe your chest is on the mat. Still keeping the arms strong, pressing through the hands, lengthening through your armpits, your chest. And then help yourself back up, come into downward facing dog. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Take a little lift. And then forward fold. Roll all the way up. Reach up. And and release the hands down. Reach out and up. Now we're on to forward folds, roll down. Lift up on fingertips and forward fold. Here, flip your hands so the palms go touch onto the bottoms of your feet. Slip them underneath. And then what we're going to do is just pull up on the feet a little bit to look forward and then lower down into the forward fold, keeping the knees as bent or as straight as works for you, for your body. And then slowly release the hands. Step the feet to the back of the mat. All right, we're going to be bringing alternating knees into our chest, but we'll do it like a mountain climber, so quite quick. So, right knee comes in, then switch it over left. Right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee. 2 more sets, right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee. Excellent. Lower yourself down. Untuck the toes. All right, so from here, we're going to bring the hands in towards the ribs, squeeze the elbows together, lift the chest, baby cobra. Lower down. On your next in-breath, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower down. Press back. Downward facing dog. So to add on here, step your right foot forward and then adjust so that you can turn the left toes out slightly. So you can land the heel, coming into pyramid pose, straightening to the front leg as much or as little as you like. Head comes in towards the right knee. Step back, downward facing dog. And this time bring left foot forward, turn right toes out a little to land the heel, and then straighten to the front leg as much or as little as you like. Remembering that we want to keep the pelvis flat rather than letting our bum point in different directions, really keeping the pelvis flat. You can even check in with the hand. Head softens in towards the left knee. And then step back, downward facing dog. All right, step or hop to the top of the mat. Take a lift through the chest and forward fold. Roll up to standing and reach up. Release the hands. So for our more spiral movement, this time, we're going to imagine that we've got a plate on our right hand. You can place your left hand on your hip and take the plate over towards the left. Circle it all the way towards the right and back. Make sure you keep balancing the plate as you show the plate towards the ceiling. Side bend over to the left. Reach the plate all the way forward. Palms facing the ceiling now as you bring it back and into the body. Excellent. Switch it over onto the left. Take the plate all the way over to the right. Then all the way over to the left and back. Swivel so that you can have palm facing the ceiling as you side bend. And then bring it all the way forward. Fingertips in towards the body. Release. Bring your hands down, roll down. Lift through the chest. And forward fold. Step the feet to the back of the mat. And bring the knees down, untuck the toes. We're going to come through a variation of cat-cow, but moving in a more circular, continuous motion. So drop the rib cage towards the mat. Take it over towards the right, up towards the ceiling, over to the left, and down to the mat. Another go. Over to the right, up to the ceiling, over to the left, and down. Let's reverse all the way over to the left, up to the ceiling, then to the right and down. Once more, over to the left, to the ceiling, to the right and down. Excellent. Come down onto the mat. Reach your hands behind you, squeeze the buttocks to anchor the hips and lift up into locust pose, feet, hands, chest lifted. So now we're going to bring the hands forward and then shoot them back. Bring them forward and shoot them back. Once more, bring them forward and then back. Release. Lift yourself up, either through kneeling push-up or full push-up, all the way back into downward facing dog. Bring the knees to the mat, keep the toes tucked, walk your way in. Then take the right hand all the way behind you, perhaps onto right heel as you reach left hand over towards the ceiling or behind you. And then circle it all the way over to the left hand onto left heel, lifting up, squeeze the buttocks, coming into dancing camel. Moving over to the right. You can do hand to low back if that feels better for you. And then over to the left. Once more each side. Finishing on the left. Come back to center. Find downward facing dog. Pause here. Bring your knees to the mat. Untuck the toes. And find a comfortable seat. You might like to have a pillow underneath your buttocks. And close down the eyes. Draw your attention towards the heat you've created through your body, through your abdomen, through your spine, through your arms. Do you feel a little taller, a little more free? Maybe just a bit warmer. Can you let your focus and attention stay just on one feeling that you've identified in your body? Feeling like you've worked, feeling like you've increased your range of motion. What does it feel like for you? What would you like to focus on? Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick practice to get you moving, to get your spine moving in all different directions. Leave me a like and a comment. Love hearing from you, and please subscribe for more practices with me. I'll see you on the mat soon. Bye.